By special arrangement, we are proud to present this Melinda-created production. The following is an unpaid program, and the views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the Found Footage Festival or VCR Party Live.
Oh, well, hello there.
Hello,
party people.
It's the
We're here
Dino
for
episode.
we're here for another week of talking over each other. Another month, I should say.
We don't know how to take turns.
Yeah. Well, what we do know is that it is the month of September. September means back to school. Back to school means learning. And we know what kids love to learn about, and that is, of course, how to make a little bow out of a Bic pen. But some other kids also like those little things called dinos or something like that, or those big giant mythological creatures that people believe in for some reason. But anyway, there was a lot of videos about them. We'll say that. My favorite from childhood, which we're not going to watch tonight because these are actually kind of too good for this, are the Dinosaurs series, which had Gary Owens and Eric Wardman. So I can this is the new fully restored Blu-ray that just came out. In several of them, it has the what's his name?
I don't know.
Bill. But I don't remember. He's the
Bill
You Can
Nye?
Call Me Ray guy.
Oh,
That guy. The guy who had one joke and made a whole career out of it. I guess, I don't know if he and Gary Owens were friends or something. But
energy.
we are not going to be watching Dinosaur Island, which this movie is absolutely terrible and would actually get us taken off of YouTube unless we cut it up a bit.
Tell me, the fact that your finger was over the lady's chest, does that mean that
there's a lot of topless scenes? She's got kind of like pasties or something on here.
Okay.
But
dinosaurs and topless scenes, honestly, I'd watch it, but not tonight.
We can do that some other time, but
I like this whole showing what we're not watching.
I will say is look at the dinosaur drawings, the dino drawings on there.
They
are so much
pretty.
nicer than anything that's in the actual film. And the special effects are strangely not that horrible on that.
So they use their higher budget on the cover and on the special effects.
And on the breasts, I guess.
And because you gotta charge extra for breasts.
They are not. I mean, I'm not an expert, but I think there was some special effects done with them too.
Really?
But what we are going to watch, at least part of it, is this one here. It's called Dinosaurs: A Fun-Filled Trip Back in Time, which on the front it just says dinosaurs because that doesn't. I
love the typeface on.
And I like this. It was a former library copy, last taken out in 2006. So that's it had staying power.
A little later than I would have thought.
Yeah, the bulk of it is a previously created thing by Will Vinton, who of course did the California Raisins, coined the term claymation. It has a little bit with Fred Savage of the Wonder Years and Princess Bride and many other things. The reason what I'm sharing is it has one banger of a toe tapper. I mean, it's not even a toe tapper. It's a headbanger, I guess. It has, for some reason, it has a rock song. The boy played by Fred Savage is trying to figure out a report for science. He can't come up with a topic.
That's absolutely essential. I'm ready to rock my socks off.
Yep.
I'm not even wearing any socks.
Oh, how can anybody study with all that noise? Turn off that music and go to bed.
crazy dream. I fell out of my bed. I missed the floor entirely and fell through time instead. Through yesterday and history and unrecorded time, 100 million years flew by to Mesozoic times. Mesozoic. Mesozoic. I looked around and there I found that everything had changed. The earth was full of animals, they all were very strange. The dinosaurs were everywhere, in every shape and size. They walked the plains and mountains, they even filled the skies. Give me a Mesozoic mind, bring me away from all mankind. You can keep your Cenozoic, but I'll take that Mesozoic. Give me a Mesozoic mind. Mesozoic. Mesozoic. A Pterosaurus plodded past, as tall as any tree. And pterosaur flew through the air, and monsters filled the sea. A mighty stegosaurus clad with armor down its spine
What the
raised
art?
their Camarasaurus and others of a kind. Mesozoic. Mesozoic.
I love the guitar like pose, you know, where he just pulls the one leg up.
The guitars don't have any strings.
No.
They're magic guitars.
The Diplodocus took just one step and made the forest shake. I did not want my dream to end. I didn't want to wake. Give me a Mesozoic mind. Teach me to learn from what I
I like that
find.
they switch up the time signatures in the middle. That's really cool.
But I'll take that Mesozoic.
Sorry, was that too nerdy?
Give me a Mesozoic.
No, it's fine. I like him, the blue guy there. But yeah, that pose right there.
Oh, that'd be a good T-shirt. This tiny little guitar.
The Charlie Watt on drums.
A little bit beyond a toe tapper. Yep.
Yeah,
That was a
that's one of those that I felt, even as a kid, it was like you could know that, oh, it's in a kid's video or something, it's probably going to be corny. No, it was like that was something that you just
there's a lot of
unironically liked.
yeah, like there's a lot of kids songs that just go hard.
Yeah, but what I thought I might do next is, since we looked at one of the best, maybe we shift and go and look at one of the worst.
Yeah.
It is called Dinosaurs and Other Strange Creatures with Mr. Know-It Owl.
Oh,
OWL.
that's
And what?
let me guess, he's a horse.
Yeah. Rather than watch the stop motion stuff, which is actually kind of good, I just cut all that good stuff out. We just got the
we don't
padding.
need it.
No, we've got the Mr. Know-It Owl.
Y'all can watch that on your own time.
Yes. I think I can't
We're here
remember
for the
where I found
crap.
this one, but it's 1988, and I believe the stop motion is from the 70s.
I've seen this guy before.
Well, hello there. Living here in the forest, I meet many other animals like the fox and the bear and the squirrel. But these types of animals have not always lived on our
Glasses
planet.
are so tiny.
Millions of years ago, the
think
Earth
they
was
work.
populated by a family of large reptiles called the dinosaurs.
What was that you just said?
Oh, his glasses. I don't think they're too
Oh,
small for his big eyes.
I have never noticed that he was wearing glasses before, and I have seen this several times, especially when editing it.
I noticed the weird stuff.
One of the reasons why everybody holds the Muppets to such a high, like they kind of hold them as the gold standards, because you legitimately will see kids interacting with Kermit or something and will forget that they're talking to a puppet.
Right.
No kid would ever forget he's talking to a puppet here. This is the mouth barely opens. It's not exactly nightmare fuel or anything like that.
No,
It's just it looks like a
it's just
stuffed
an 80s
animal.
puppet.
Yeah, just kind of a budget thing.
It's a budget thing. We
li-
love him anyway.
I like that they're doing the Pythagorean theorem back there.
Oh yeah.
So a squared plus b squared equals c squared. They have
Checks
the theory
out.
of relativity as well, but we're going to learn about dinos. So
These dinosaurs were related to many of the reptiles we see today, like lizards and snakes. So
And
join
chickens.
me as we take a journey through the window of knowledge to learn more about the dinosaurs.
Once there was a time when huge beasts, such as these great dinosaurs, roamed the earth.
After the dinosaurs became extinct, a new family of animals began to rule the earth. These were warm-blooded animals called mammals.
I forgot to mention here, the video is like a half an hour or a little longer. The dinosaur segment is basically like 5 minutes.
And yet the video is called Dinosaurs.
Then it goes into prehistoric mammals, which is still, I guess, somewhat related. The second half of the video, at least a good third of the video, at least, is just stock footage of modern animals. So,
well, we've already seen those.
Yeah.
These mammals of the past are related to animals you see today. So let's take a look at some of these early mammals.
What are mammals? The choice is ours.
I assume you cut this down.
Many species of animals were able to survive throughout time because they were able to adapt. This means that they were able to change or adjust themselves to fit the changing environment. Let's examine a few animals and see how they use their adaptations to survive. I hope you learned a great deal about dinosaurs, mammals, and strange creatures. Remember, the animal kingdom evolved into what it is today from other families of animals that existed millions of years ago. Visit your library for more information on these animals. Well, I have to go now, but I'll be back.
But yeah, that's basically
Goodbye.
it.
Hi, kids. Make sure you see the other shows in Concord Children's Video Encyclopedia series. You'll learn about dinosaurs and strange creatures, weather, African animals, space and early rockets, life under the sea, and many other subjects. Have fun while you learn. They're affordably priced. See you soon.
None of those.
They're affordably priced. See you soon.
None of those words lined up with his mouth flaps. So I have a
with his what?
The mouth flaps. I have a feeling the puppet was probably malfunctioning or something.
Yeah.
And they were just like, yeah, whatever. It's for the kids.
We're on a budget. Ship it.
I don't know if that's, Canadian or anything like that, but it was, I shouldn't say that because Canada actually had some decent puppets, but
yeah,
That was not one of them. But I mean, actually, when you think about it, dinosaurs go way back, literally. But
Yeah, they
also,
do.
but I mean,
They go back all the way.
dinosaurs in media go
Oh,
back
okay.
quite a way. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with Gertie the Dinosaur by Winsor McKay.
That sounds
Wonderful
familiar.
cartoon. I almost find sometimes the knockoffs to be more fascinating.
Oh
I'm not
yeah,
saying they're better.
by no means.
I
But
mean,
like I'm always fascinated by just how bad they are, and
yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
so many of them are so bad that they're almost good, but then there's ones that just don't even get to the good. They're just bad,
Oreos are the knockoff of Hydrox.
which I still think sounds like a cleaning product.
It does. It's hydrogen
Oreos
and
sound way
oxygen.
tastier. Like, let's be real.
Yeah. And Pop Tarts are a knockoff of Post Country Squares, which then were called Post Toastums, and then they were sold off and spun into another ones, and you can buy them at Dollar Tree now. And they,
Toast and pop-ups. I don't know
yeah,
why my brain stored that, but it did.
and they're fine. They get the job done, but sometimes the original is better.
Well,
And
and also Pop-Tarts like aren't good. You know what I mean? Like no one's like,
no, they're not. And so you're knocking off something that isn't very good to begin with.
right. The Pop-Tarts are actually in like there's a bad food museum in, I'm gonna have to look up where this is, but there's like a whole like section of this like of like bad American food, and like there's Pop-Tarts in there, and there's like, you know, all this stuff that like it's not
just
actually good, but like we like it because we've just always eaten it. So
yeah, that's one of those things. And it's like I got Pop Tarts at one point, and my daughter doesn't like them. She doesn't like cereal either. Like she likes Rice Krispies, you know, like the bland stuff, which is, you know, fine. Or she'd rather have oatmeal or something.
yeah,
And this is, of course, very relevant to our dinosaur discussion that we're having.
we both have ADHD.
Yeah, specifically about Gertie the dinosaur. But here is the
Does she
Brave
like oatmeal?
Studios. This is you know, there was an instant oatmeal that had like dinosaur eggs or something.
Oh my god, I had that. I had that, and they actually still make it. And
do they really?
yeah,
What were
and
the eggs? Was it like sugar or something? Or
okay, so the eggs. So here's the thing about the
this
the
is
dinosaur.
relevant, people. This is relevant.
Well, we're talking about dinosaur eggs here. So
yeah,
in the 90s, they had two different types of this oatmeal. They had the like brown sugar and, you know, cinnamon, whatever, and they had blueberry. And I like the blueberry ones because it was the little like sugar eggs would dissolve once you put the boiling water in, and they would turn the oatmeal blue, like the entire, it would stain your tongue and stuff.
Sounds good,
all that stuff
but
the kids love.
as an adult, that just sounds off-putting.
Well, yeah, but it was so much fun. And so inside the eggs were little like candy dinosaurs. And I'll put some helpful pictures in here. But anyway, so they don't make the blueberry one anymore, but they still make, you know, the more reasonably flavored you know, brown sugar ones or whatever. And, you know, the dinosaurs still hatch, but they don't turn your tongue blue anymore.
Probably some food dye or something that they
probably for the best.
Yeah. But anyway, we're getting back to here is
Gertie.
Gertie, the specifically the knockoff Gertie.
Dirty.
And the interesting thing is that the animation is technically better in a way because this is a couple years newer.
What year is this?
I want to say 1914.
Cool. Okay.
The original came out in 1909.
There were still dinosaurs, technically.
I believe so, yeah. Now, 1914 was the year of the Windsor McKay version.
Okay.
The John Randolph Bray copy was a few years later. But yeah, this one is just kind of boring.
So is she dancing?
To a point. The original was actually a vaudeville show with the film, and there would be the animator, actually, Windsor McKay, who was a cartoonist for one of the big papers. I want to say William Randolph Hearst paper. And he would write these stories, and like Little Nemo was the big one that everybody remembered. But he would interact with Gertie on the stage, like, oh, dance Gertie, or something like that. And it was all timed in the film.
I love a little mouth.
Yeah. I mean, it's certainly a more accurate version of a dinosaur. Because that's another thing that I think it's a good point to mention, is they like to, in a lot of these ones, not this one obviously, but the educational ones that we're showing, they state very specific facts, like they're absolutely true. And a lot of those now scientists say they say that's probably not true.
Yeah. We weren't there. We didn't know.
Yeah.
All we know is what they left behind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kind of got to fill in the blanks from there. Oh. I'm sure dinosaurs spent a lot of time doing that.
I'm sure.
Is he okay?
Dinosaurs and monkeys existed at the same time, I believe.
Yeah, that's how they interacted.
I'm sure.
Would just throw the monkey. Yeah. Is that a mammoth or an elephant? I
believe that's a woolly mammoth.
Okay, that kind of makes
sense. The original Ernie had a mammoth as well.
Okay.
Which was Jumbo, I think, maybe? I don't remember. They had a name.
I'm not as familiar.
One of the problems of these old films is that they're not in great shape, so it's like I have no idea what is going on in the background right now.
Looks like
it's
a
tug of war or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no. What is she trying to communicate with? Oh, that's a person.
Mm-hmm.
Eating?
That's it.
Did she just eat the person?
I don't think so. I just think it was I think it might have been an interactive thing too. So
Oh, okay.
I think she threw him off stage or something. But
that's fair.
So do you want to share something now, or?
Sure. I've got I collect pictures. I have a bunch of photos from of dinosaurs. Starting
Oh,
off with this little guy. He kind of reminds me of Nick.
Is the vegan Dino?
He's a vegan dino. Yeah, I love his little bib. Like I don't know like who
Carrot,
tied that for
broccoli.
him. Yep. He's just super cute. This was done
Yeah.
in 1987 by Randy Tarkus. Horror Companion Games. I just noticed that.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, you know that the carrot wasn't orange. I'm sure he knew that the carrot wasn't orange until a couple hundred years ago, and broccoli didn't exist until a couple hundred years ago. But I'm sure he knew that. I'm sure he was just
I'm
taking creative
learning.
liberties.
I know nothing about the history of vegetables. I'm
Yeah.
realizing.
You can put the graphic up now in
I
editing.
will. I will. I
Okay.
will be using it liberally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this came from
Info
that.
dumping.
What?
It's like Christopher's info dumping again.
Yep. That's why people tune in. Yes,
Okay,
this
so what else
came
we got?
from a disc of clip art that you actually gave me.
Yes.
So this is from one of yours. So anything that's got the little thing down at the bottom, that came from that disc.
I was looking around for it somewhere around here,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
So yeah, he still has the like physical disc, but he like copied it for me.
Yeah.
So that was
The
very,
ISO.
very
You don't
nice. All right, so this is another one that came with that disc. It's the
Tricera High Tops.
High Tops.
That is a T-shirt.
It really, yes, it's. I love the little like coy like look. It's just like I know I look good.
Yeah. The little the star in the back. So I don't know if that's supposed to imply Converse or.
I think so. I just
well,
made that
High Tops.
connection.
Yeah, Converse All Stars.
Yeah. Well, and you look at his little shoe down here. He's got. I'm pretty sure that they're trying to do like off-brand Converse. They don't want them to look too much like Converse.
Yeah,
so.
you don't want the trademark violations.
So they look a little chunky Converse. The Tricera High Tops. All right, this one. For Rapid Fire. I thought this was funny. I actually have I don't know where it is, but I have a toy that's just like this, and his mouth is bent the other way, so like, it doesn't close. It just
he's got like an underbite or overbite. This one's an overbite, so it'd be an underbite, or is it just like to the side?
It would be just like his mouth is bent like down. It's like there's no way he could close it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jurassic Park. And I got this one, a little bit of Uncle humor for us. Oh, great. Just when I finally got my Super Bowl tickets. Historically accurate. It's got all the things.
Super Bowl is that old, huh?
Yeah, the Super Bowl's been around for a while. I don't know if you knew that.
I've never watched a single one of them, but wow.
Yeah. It used to be entirely played by dinosaurs.
Yeah, Kevin Brockschmidt, 1996. Yep. I like that comic is almost 30 years old, and we're still kind of groaning about it. And I'm sure at the time it was probably a groaner. So.
Oh yeah, it's an evergreen groaner.
Yeah. It hasn't aged poorly. It was always that way.
It was always bad.
It's been pretty much about the same.
It's uncle humor. Like this is the sort of thing that like your uncle would like cut out of the newspaper, and like it would be on the fridge for like 25 years. The last picture that I've got is my favorite.
I know which one this one's going to be.
Croatan.
Yes.
The most epic piece of clip art I've ever found. And this was also on that clip art disc that you gave me of dinosaurs and stuff. I love this image so much. Bro just hatched and he's already shredded.
Yeah. He's holding the lightning bolts, like he's Zeus or something. I think you said you had because this is 30 years old. I think you said you had you heard some of the story or something about this.
I did.
Or somebody.
So
looked it up, or what happened? You tell us the story.
yes, so I run a TikTok account called Remarkable Media Cafe. Shameless plug.
To put
And
the image up on the screen.
oh yeah, I'm gonna do the whole bit. And so I posted this there, and one of my mutual like follower friend people, whose account is called The Net Roots. They're kind of an internet historian, so they'll like find the origins of memes and stuff, and they took it upon themselves to email Tom G. Lunzer. It's kind of an anti-story. Tom G. Lunzer said this was an example piece for a trading card idea. The company did not go with my samples, so they were never released anywhere except for into my old portfolio.
And somehow they ended up on a clip art CD.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
I'm sure he doesn't know how that happened.
Yeah, it was probably like he probably made this like for another company, like where he was working, and then I would imagine the company probably like retained the rights to it when he left or something. Yeah, I don't know. The art has a way of going weird places, but
once it's out there, somebody's gonna take it.
Yeah, and
I know that's unfortunate, but it's the truth. It's like once it's out there, it may be protected by copyright, but it's probably people are going to use it.
I mean, it's clip art. Like that's kind of what it's for, you know?
Yes.
So it's like, you know, yeah, he still owns it, but you know, we're out here with it, and like part of me wants to do something with it, but I don't know what.
I'm just expecting you to have a big picture of it on your wall or something, like a big poster hanging up or something, you know, and
I should do that. I really should.
Just right above your bed, you know?
Yep. Yep. That's what's going to be walking.
Freak out the cat. I'm thinking Croatan action figures. I'm thinking merchandise, hats.
I wanted this. I wanted this to be a Saturday morning cartoon that like this would be what you would see like on the commercial, but then you tune in at 9 a.m. on your Saturday, and it's just completely shatty.
Yes,
shatty. Yeah.
He just kind of stands there in one place and mostly talks off camera, so they don't have to animate his mouth. And
yep.
So then they get into the action figure play set and drive the vehicles and drive away and something.
They reuse the same cells. Yeah.
Yes, that is amazing though.
Yeah. This one's captured a lot of people's imaginations.
So any artists out there who want to take a stab at Croatan, go for it.
I don't know how you're going to improve upon perfection.
We've got
but we'd love to see it.
We've got so many more dinosaur videos that we'll probably do another one of these.
Oh yeah.
This one we're going to watch the whole thing, and it's all really bad, like the artwork, but it's the wonderful bad. Have they ever opened a book or anything or talked to a scientist or something? Because they all look a little bit lacking. So this one is called...
That's a nice way to say it.
Yeah, this one's called Dinosaurs, A First Film. So this is not the first dinosaur film, not even the first one we're showing today, but...
Not even the first dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs, A First Film.
Love the crappy audio.
Yeah. That's an octopus plant?
Each living thing drawing life in some way from another.
I don't know. That's an ice cream cone with tentacles.
To survive, a species needed some advantage. It had to be bigger.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite segments.
Have stronger jaws.
Yeah, it just swims
or
right
swim
into
faster.
it.
Or be better protected. Eventually, some sea creatures evolved
music
the
sounded
ability to
sick.
breathe air. These were amphibians, able to live in water or on
Real
land.
creatures that actually existed.
Did they all look that dirty?
I know. Can we just talk about that guy in the
On land.
that guy right there, the one down at the bottom, like the one on top there. He looks like your standard like crocodile type with a fishtail.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Standard
what
issue.
is that thing?
It looks like it's seen some things.
Yeah, I mean it looks like an axolotl on coke or something, you know?
Yeah.
It's
It
ugh.
is.
The back legs are so wonderfully drawn.
They look a little atrophied.
Yeah, he skipped leg day.
He
But-
skipped leg day. Don't skip leg day.
Yeah. That little like pointy thing at the top there, I don't know.
Shark boy.
Soon the amphibians took over
Hey
the world.
guys!
Oh my gosh. They all took over all at once.
But the amphibians' reign didn't last long. Over millions of years, another kind of creature evolved, the reptile.
The reptile.
The first reptiles were meat eaters.
Reptiles.
Croaton's ancestor.
This is action-packed, and yet it doesn't move.
Yeah.
But there was so much vegetation that some reptiles appeared that ate plants instead of meat.
Reptiles.
The
Just a
salad.
little tail.
Soon, 4 out of 5 reptiles were plant eaters. Life 250 million years ago was tough. Plant eaters had to find food every day, and they had to avoid the meat eaters. And the hunters had to kill or go hungry.
McDonald's wasn't around back then.
No.
Over tens of millions of years, so many different reptile species developed that we have still not discovered them all.
Well, at least he's committed to pronouncing that incorrectly.
They developed in ways adapted to their needs. Like having armor protection against attacks, or beaks
Feels
to
like-
snap tough stems.
Dinosaurs.
He
People
looks like a
describe
cow.
like a
Most of
telephone
these
game,
different
and then
species
somebody
survived
beheads
only a
brother.
relatively short time. But then a new species appeared
the
that was
guy's face at the
tremendously
bottom.
Oh my
successful.
gosh! Yes, yes. What was that? Like-
Go back.
Survived only
I was looking at the bull head of the brown one. I wasn't even looking at the green one. It's just horrifying.
It looks like a person. Like they grafted a person's face onto it. Like ew.
And kind of like a creepy guy or something.
And he has like rabbit
Yeah.
teeth.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Somebody drew that, and somebody else was like, yeah, that's
Somebody
fine.
took the time.
Put it in the film.
Whatever. We got a deadline.
a relatively short time. But then a new species appeared that was tremendously successful. The dinosaurs.
Those weren't even dinosaurs yet. Like his arms coming out of his neck.
very quickly they took
The
over,
legs
and
are
they
the best
remained
part.
unquestioned
That guy
rulers
did
of the
like
world
that.
for 150 million
Yeah,
years,
quite the gams.
longer than any species on Earth before or since.
I think he's melting or something.
The distorted music is just
Although the first
Yeah.
dinosaurs had been meat eaters, plant eaters came on the scene quickly. They grew so big they had to go back to walking on 4 legs. 2 legs could not hold them up.
tiny head.
They worried about the hunting dinosaurs like the fierce Allosaurus.
Those are very nice dinosaurs.
Back then, in order to escape the jaws of a hunter like Allosaurus,
yeah,
animals would run away. Or
that right there of that image, that's where that came from.
Yeah,
But as you can see, I could have mined so many more dinosaur running gifs out of this one.
you should.
And I'm tempted.
You should. It's not too
I'm
late.
tempted to go back and do that because I know you put that up on your TikTok, but it's like
I did, and it did pretty well.
I don't know who did the animation for this, but it
It
feels
just
like
barely did it.
It feels like they did the 1978 equivalent of going to Amazon and searching price low to high, and that was, can we pay less to do this?
I like my bargain bin dinosaurs, and whatever that is.
Looks like
or
a
have
box.
some form of protection.
Got like Russian building tops on his back. This is the dinosaurs' ragtime period.
They were smaller than the giants of the early dinosaur era. But during that time,
His legs are
there
huge.
existed the most ferocious animal
Yeah,
that
it's
ever
like
lived.
one leg is significantly longer than the other.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
That's if you order Proton off Wish.
And during that time, there also lived the most successful armored dinosaur ever, Triceratops. No one knows if a drastic change of climate caused it, or whether some disease suddenly struck, or something else that we don't understand.
I love the
But
tongue.
for whatever reason, about 60 million years ago, an age ended.
Didn't even
Dynasty of the
Super Bowl
dinosaurs,
yet.
the most impressive in the Earth's long history, came to a close.
He's very excited. Amazing.
Yeah, so much to unpack there. Theodore Stern, who did the music, while drunk apparently, or
Well, I don't
was
think it's
drunk, I
Theodore
guess.
Stern's fault. Like, as these things age, they tend to do that. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the soundtrack has aged a little bit or something,
Mhm.
or
Yeah, there's probably a reason that it does that, but you hear that
Mhm.
a lot, in especially old educational films.
these are just some various dinosaur pictures and stuff that I found, some dino pictures. This right here is an iguanodon, according to
That's a rectangle.
yeah. I love the derpy expression on his
Yeah.
face. I love the small head that's like barely out of his body.
He's a rectangle.
The
This is-
very generous behind that he has. He's
Spankable.
thick with two C's.
I'm trying to figure out how many fingers / toes it's supposed to have.
It
So I feel
looks
like each one is different.
Yes, it's definitely like 5 on each, but it looks they don't look like real fingers.
They don't look like they're
Yeah.
like it looks like some of them have like 7, and it looks like others have,
Yes, the perspective was a little off on this, and this is a famous early piece of dinosaur artwork. And because Iguanodon was, I believe, the second dinosaur officially discovered. The first was
Never would have thunk it.
Megalosaurus, which I don't think they've ever found a complete one of. I love what I like to call wrong dinosaur art, and this is probably the most famous wrong dinosaur art. But there's tons of it out there,
Oh yeah.
and a lot of it is really terrible. But this one is like a mix of good and terrible. And this was, I don't even remember where I found this particular one. I like the cavemen fighting the Dimetrodon down at the bottom
Because that
left-hand
happened.
corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like the scale is off on that because I don't remember. I think Dimetrodon was not that big. I feel
Well,
like it
maybe
was
they're just
maybe
really
like
little people.
it may be maybe
don't
people
know.
were very little then.
They were short.
Yeah,
Can relate.
and fun sized.
Yeah.
But and then there's the mammoth with the the caveman, which they did live together.
I don't know why my
Woolly
brain was
mammoths
there.
still existed when they built the pyramids. So,
So did they
and
help?
I don't know. I think they were still up in Siberia or something at that time.
Oh, they
And
should have shipped some of them down. That might have made it a little easier to build the pyramids.
so, as you can see, behind me there is a toy dinosaur that I had as a child. It was a Play School Definitely Dinosaurs. And it's missing there was like a little thing that went on the back that I think a caveman would ride on. And I
Okay.
found this in my grandmother's basement, and I said, well, maybe my nephew will want it or something. And my daughter's like, "Oh no, that I want that." And she was like 4 or 5 at the time. And I happened to come across this picture just yesterday. I found it one day with socks. She would try to dress the thing up like a doll, and
That's adorable.
she definitely played with it differently than I did. Sometimes it would be like a horse for some of
Mhm.
like her dolls.
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot of expensive toys that were really like the big toy. I don't know that this was a super expensive toy, but I remember this being a big deal toy when I got it, and I played with this for years. I used to set up Lego cities or Lincoln Log cities or something and make them knock them over and
You're
things
just
like
playing with
that.
it this afternoon.
Absolutely. But as you can see, he's still right there.
Yep. We
Um,
love him. Does he have a name?
I don't think I ever gave him a name. I think it's a
You should ask
Brachiosaurus.
You should
So
ask your kid to do that. That's what
yeah,
kids are good at that.
yeah. I don't know. It's the Doc McStuffin sock is long gone off of it, but that's tough to say. Doc McStuffin sock.
Doc McStuffin sock.
Yeah.
You could, yeah.
But
Yeah, there's
I
the
was able to
dinosaur.
add this.
Yes.
I was able to add this during our conversation earlier, and I found this on a website that sells American foods. Oh, you want to have what they eat in America?
Oh my gosh.
And
This is pretty American, though. Let's be real.
we love our gimmicks here. We
Oh,
love
yeah.
our processed foods. Not that the rest of the world doesn't like processed foods.
Right. But we really do a lot of it.
We know our marketing. We know
Yeah.
how to market things and make kids beg their parents for stuff
And let me
that
tell you,
they aren't going to eat.
I actually semi-recently bought some of this dinosaur eggs instant oatmeal, and I brought it to the office. And I still have people who are just like, "So, you still eat dinosaur eggs?" And I'm just like, nope, that was one time, but
Yep.
now that's my thing, I guess.
It's like the dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets.
Yeah, as somebody with palpable chicken nugget energy, yes.
Yeah, that kind of was a meme there for a little while, the dino nuggets. But
I
they're back.
always
I mean, I don't think they ever went away. I remember the dinosaur-shaped like potato puffs.
Yeah.
but I was never a big fan of those because to me they got soggy. They tasted like more mashed potatoes in the middle.
Yeah.
And if you got the smiley face ones, those would be more crispy. So I
I
preferred
I didn't
those.
even like those. Like I I tried real hard to like those, but they just had no flavor. At least not at my elementary school. I don't
Yeah.
maybe I mean I went to elementary school in the Midwest. We don't, we don't know what seasoning is here.
Yeah. But you get the tater tots and, you're good with that.
Oh yeah, I'm fine with my tater tot hot dish.
I don't know if there's any other. I'm trying to think of any other dinosaur related foods. Um, there's obviously Pebbles cereal, although that's more the Flintstones than actually having dinosaurs or anything on them.
Hmm.
But if you think of any, let us know.
I bet there's like fruit snacks, like
Yeah,
dinosaur fruit snacks.
you say that, and I think I've seen dinosaur fruit snacks recently.
I just
But
remember, yeah, when I would eat them when I was a little kid, I always liked to hold them by the little tails because they're very satisfying. Just holding them by their little tails.
we were a Shark Bites family, so I didn't have that experience.
I don't know. It's just I think it's just from a sensory perspective. I thought that was just the contours of the tail.
Yeah,
Again, I noticed the weird things.
you eat them in a certain order or something, like the food chain or something.
Yeah, just by color, obviously.
Mhm.
I also have some gifts to share.
Okay, so that's
I don't know anything about these. These were just like from just internet in
Mhm.
general. But
Mhm.
I thought that this was hilarious because it's very wrong.
Yeah, the feet are getting me.
Feet.
The pig nose.
Yep, and it kind of like looks like a pig, horse,
Yeah,
whatever.
kangaroo
And
thing
he's kind
being
of like
choked.
almost the same like skin color as the caveman riding him. Like
Yeah,
I don't know why they couldn't have made one of them like a different color. They
I
look
don't
like the
know.
same
Yeah,
creature.
I mean, dinosaurs can be any color you want them to be.
With that in mind, why choose weird tan?
Yeah, I don't know.
Speaking of brightly colored dinosaurs,
Okay, I love the walking on the one on the left there,
yes.
and the
So these were
bomb.
3 separate gifts that I grabbed these from Gift Cities, which
Mhm.
is just a huge collection of gifts from GeoCities. If you ever get a chance, it's a great place to, kill an afternoon. But yeah, I just searched for dinosaurs, and these
Mhm.
3 came up. I had to put them all together because
Mhm. Your afternoon will go extinct.
your afternoon will go extinct. Did you? Yes. But I don't know why he's a bomb in the last one.
I I was there for the heyday of GeoCities, and I don't remember. It was the Wild West.
Oh
Nobody knew what
yeah.
anybody was doing.
Yep, exactly. The little guy running and spinning, and then he's a bomb. I mean, what's not to love? This last one,
Okay,
I
he
just
has
love.
seen something.
I love this guy's eyes. And
Yeah, it's like he has googly eyes.
he does, yeah. It almost looks like they took a real dinosaur and then just stuck fake eyes on it. But then I realized,
Mm,
there is no like real dinosaur that runs.
right.
They're all dead. But they did a decent-ish job on
It looks like it was a cartoon or something.
yeah,
Like it was they're going for a photorealistic look, but also
but
kind of
also
not. Yeah.
I don't know what this is from. I just grabbed this off of a tenner.
Okay.
Those internet deep cuts.
This one here is called Last of the Dinosaurs, and the animation isn't very good, but I like the narration. Oops.
Beautiful.
To adopt this word.
I love that graphic.
last of the dinosaurs, the end of an age. Millions of years ago, long before there were any people on the Earth, the world was full of dinosaurs. About 160 million
That one
years
in the
went
foreground
by
kinda
from the
humping a
first
giant
dinosaur
carrot.
that
What is he
lived
doing?
to the last one. This long period of time is called the Age of Dinosaurs.
The slideshow.
Dinosaurs came in all shapes and sizes. Some were almost
Sticker
as
book.
long as a city block.
Yeah, it does. It looks like a
Others
sticker
were
book.
the size
Or a
of
sticker
chickens
sheet,
or
at least.
dogs.
Yeah.
Some walked on 2 legs. Others walked on all 4s.
Some had chicken feet.
Some ate only plants, like
The
ferns,
Brontosaurus only has
mosses,
2 legs.
soft, usually the
They
flesh
tipped over
of
a
other
lot.
dinosaurs. The king of all the dinosaurs was Tyrannosaurus
face.
Rex. Its head was as
How you
long as a
doing there?
man's body. With 6-inch
I
long
didn't
teeth,
see you.
it could tear huge chunks of meat from its prey. Most of the giant plant eaters headed for safety when Tyrannosaurus arrived. This 3-horned dinosaur had bony armor to protect itself from the savage meat eaters.
It looks like a baked potato shape or something.
Well, they did kind of.
For well over 100 million years, the dinosaurs ruled the earth. But then, a mysterious thing began to happen. More and more dinosaurs began to die.
I hate it
Scientists
when they
say
just,
that within a few million years,
when people
all
use
the
they
dinosaurs
began
were
to
dead.
die. A thing
The
began
sea
to
reptiles
happen.
and the
It's like,
flying
that's
reptiles
not-
died out
who was
too.
that? It's a
They
pet peeve.
became extinct. They no longer existed. The shallow inland American Sea began to drain away.
Began to
To the
drain
west,
away.
the earth heaved. At first, these changes did not bother the dinosaurs. But as the
Keep going,
centuries
yeah.
passed,
They look
new generations of
unbothered.
dinosaurs began to find life harder.
Like the
The
guy in the
warm,
back with the
swampy
hair.
lowlands with their plentiful food
Looks like he has
were
hair.
disappearing.
Yeah.
More and more reptiles found themselves on land that
reptiles?
was
What are those?
higher and drier than they were
I thought it was
used to.
reptile.
The world
Reptiles.
was also getting colder. So they began dying out in great numbers.
Began dying.
When they
Oh,
died,
that bothers me
there was
so
less
much. They keep
food
saying
for the
it
meat
began.
As soon as you're
They
born, you start
died.
dying.
When the
They
plant
didn't
eaters were
begin
finally
dying. They
extinct,
completed dying.
Tyrannosaurus and other meat
Yeah, as
eaters
soon as you're born,
must
you
have
start
turned
dying,
on
so
each
you might
other.
as well have a
Yeah.
And soon,
It's like it's
they
already
also
happened.
became
Like,
extinct.
yes, it did begin at one point, but ultimately they
Life
died.
in the
It's
water
okay to just say
also
that.
changed. The fish they once caught easily were now too fast for them. So the sea reptiles died out.
See, was that so hard?
During the age of dinosaurs, many dinosaurs grew to enormous sizes. Brontosaurus grew bigger
Looks like a
and heavier.
chicken leg.
So did Tyrannosaurus
Or like a
and
turkey.
Triceratops. They needed
Yeah,
more
turkey
and
skin.
more food.
Delicious.
And food was becoming harder and harder to find. Although many dinosaurs grew bigger, they did not grow any smarter. Their brains were tiny compared with their bodies.
They weren't
One
well
of the
read.
least intelligent was an armored dinosaur,
Hashtag educate
Stegosaurus.
dinosaurs.
Its brain was only about the size of a walnut.
Oh,
Many
stupid.
experts believe the dinosaurs became extinct because they were not smart enough to change their habits.
Oh,
The dinosaurs had become set in their ways. When it came time for them to adjust to new
those
conditions,
jowls.
they could not do so.
Uh-huh.
With their large bodies and small brains, the
Got one in
dinosaurs
the
could
back
not
there.
get used
They
to the
just weren't
changing
optimized.
times.
Are those
They could not
dinosaurs in hell or
survive in a
something?
world that was changing
Yeah,
more
just
rapidly
as
than
good
they
as.
were. If all the eggs were eaten before they hatched, no new dinosaurs could be born. The huge
that
reptiles would quickly become extinct. The old dinosaur puts up a weak struggle and gives its last shudder. Then the attacker starts tearing off chunks of meat. Finally, its hunger is satisfied.
Tasty.
The young Tyrannosaurus drinks from a brook after its meal and then falls asleep. A large, shadowy figure looms above him. It is another Tyrannosaurus. This full-grown adult has also been looking for food. The sleeping dinosaur never has a chance. Sharp teeth rip savagely into its flesh. The big Tyrannosaurus has been lucky.
They're so neat.
With most of the big plant
got
eaters
all of
gone, food has been hard to find. At least today, there will be a meal. When the sharp-eyed little mammals find the body of the great reptile, it is wedged between two oak trees. Time has run out.
How did it get there?
Life became too difficult for even the mightiest of the dinosaurs. One by one,
I don't
the great
understand how they
reptiles
got
met their end,
there.
and finally, they became extinct. Why?
They became.
Scientists are still not sure exactly how or why it happened.
They all got stuck in trees.
But after 160 million years, the reign of these mighty reptiles was over.
This is one that I think people have probably seen before, but
Okay.
it never gets old, in my opinion. It's called Yi.
Okay.
So have you seen Yi before?
I feel like I've seen a still version of that, but I've never seen it with the voice.
Yi is a prolific short-form meme video that was uploaded in 2012 by YouTuber Revergo, and it's been circulating ever since. The source can be credited to Dingo Pictures, who shat out a low-budget knockoff of The Land Before Time called Dinosaur Adventures. Yi was edited together using some music and audio from the Italian release of the film. And so in 2022, YouTuber A Small Boy uploaded Yi full song. They say the video is only about 10 years too late. And I say it's better late than never. Actually quite well done.
Yeah, I was thinking that the background that horrible probably stole it from something.
Right.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
That's Yi, the full version. I just discovered
Wow.
that this afternoon, and I am so glad I did.
Yeah, I mean, imagine making a knockoff of The Land Before Time as if the 14 or 15 sequels were enough.
Right.
You know? Wow. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for us for this month. Thanks for partying with us, and we'll be back next month. Next month will be October. So
And
we're going to be
Christopher's birthday episode.
Yep, we're going to be doing something for my birthday. I haven't quite decided yet what we're going to do, but I'm
You
sure
got
it's
time.
probably going to be boring, or at least to me it'll be interesting. I'm sure there'll be plenty of useless bits of knowledge. I'm sure.
There better be. I'd be
Yeah.
disappointed if there weren't.
Yep. So, but definitely be sure to smash that like button and whatever. I don't know what you kids do, but
Smash that like button, subscribe, make sure to hit that bell.
yeah.
That's all I got. I'm tired.
To do all other acts and things that independent states may of right do. And for the support of this porch party, we mutually pledge to each other our VHS tapes, our drinks,
going on?
and our sacred honor. So have a good month. Have a good time. We'll see you. Keep rocking on the old front porch next time.
Everybody pack up and go home.